It's time for another WrestlePlanet news update, as a released WWE superstar's next move has been revealed, AEW Wrestlers is set to appear on a popular TV game show, and has the man that will defeat Kenny Omega for the AEW World Championship just been revealed? All that and more coming up in today's video, but first... This past Friday, AEW held their final episode of Friday Night Dynamite, at least for now, and this time were up in the ratings. Of course, as we know, AEW have been forced to move to Friday nights in a later time slot due to the NBA playoffs being held on TNT on Wednesday nights. As previously discussed on the channel, the temporary move hasn't been too kind to the promotion, scoring them record low ratings 2 weeks in a row before bouncing back slightly 2 weeks ago. The most recent episode drew in the best Friday night ratings of the lot, with an average of 552,000 tuning into the show, which is up 13.4% from last week. They also saw a slight bump in the key demo, going from a 0.19 to a 0.20. This week's episode will this time air on Saturday night, but we'll see Dynamite return to the usual 8 PM Eastern time slot as opposed to the 10 PM that they had on Fridays. This time slot could lead to another boost in the ratings, although the move to Saturdays could hold them back somewhat. If all goes to plan, AEW will finally return to Wednesdays next week as normal service resumes. On July 3rd, Ring of Honor will hold the first ever Fight on the Farm match, which will air on an episode of their weekly TV show. The match will see the Briscoe Brothers, Mark and Jay, attempt to settle their beef as ordered by Papa Briscoe. The Briscoes live on a chicken farm in Sandy Fork, Delaware, which is where the match will be taped from. The match was set up when the two had an argument next to their ring in the farm before their father interrupted them, calling for them to settle it the old-fashioned way with a Fight on the Farm match. The Briscoes have always intrigued me, and they have a certain level of believability about their work, so it should be a good watch. New Japan Pro Wrestling have just announced a show in the United States that will air from the LA Coliseum, and fans will be in attendance. The show will take place in Los Angeles, California on August 14th, with tickets going on sale on June 30th. Many top names are set to work the show, with IWGP United States Champion Jon Moxley, Nether Openweight Champion Switchblade Jay White, Strong Openweight Champion Filthy Tom Lawler, and the Good Brothers all set to take part. The show is titled Resurgence and will be New Japan's first US live event since their New Beginning show in February 2020. Of course, New Japan host a regular show from the States named New Japan Strong, but so far has only been held behind closed doors. It'll be exciting to see the delayed United States expansion of New Japan Pro Wrestling. On last night's episode of Monday Night Raw, the Nikki Cross character took a turn for the worst as she debuted a brand new gimmick. Cross cut a promo and spoke of the spark she feels inside and that she's been working on a new way to show this to the fans, and while she said this, she was dressed as a superhero. She then went on to use her newfound spark to pick up a tag team win alongside her spooky little friend Alexa Bliss to defeat Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax, with both women being awarded a spot in the Women's Money in the Bank match next month. And look, whilst I'm being critical of this, it's worth noting that Nikki Cross's husband, Killian Dane, has said on Twitter that this was in fact her idea, so at least WWE are giving her some creative freedom somewhat. Whilst it's not exactly my taste, let's see where it goes. Maybe this superhero alter ego will lead to Nikki Cross being revealed as Alexa Bliss's doll Lily, or whatever the hell they're doing over there these days. Elsewhere on Monday Night Raw, WWE Champion Bobby Lashley's next challenger was revealed ahead of the Money in the Bank pay-per-view next month. In case you missed it, and I did too, Kofi Kingston is the last man to ever pin the current champion, which Kofi reminded Lashley of on the show. The two will now clash in just under 4 weeks' time in Fort Worth, Texas at the Dixie's Arena. This will be WWE's first non-WrestleMania pay-per-view with fans in attendance since the pandemic began, and their first first show outside of the state of Florida since Elimination Chamber in March of 2020. A win for Kofi would no doubt be a great way to welcome fans back to live events, but with Bobby Lashley rumored to face Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, we'll put Kofi as the outsider in this match for now. Back on April 15th, Mojo Rawley was cut from WWE after close to 9 years in the promotion. We now know Mojo's next move, as he is just featured in the trailer of an upcoming Hollywood movie. The movie is titled Snake Eyes: G.I. Joe Origins, and as the name suggests, is a spin-off of the G.I. Joe movie series and will center around the Snake Eyes character, who is a popular member of Joe's team. In the trailer, Dean Mutardi, which is Mojo's real name, can be spotted in a fight scene along with the title character, who is played by Henry Golding. It seems Mutardi won't be taking on a key role in the film, as he isn't listed in the cast on its IMDb page, but this could perhaps lead to a bigger role somewhere down the line. Snake Eyes is set for release in theaters on Friday, July 23rd, and will you be checking out to watch Mojo Rawley? Let me know in the comments down below. ABC is set for a brand new season of Celebrity Family Feud, and the show will feature 2 AEW wrestlers as well as some other known names in the wrestling business. Actor and former WCW champion David Arquette, and yet that actually happened, is set to be a captain on the show, and his team will feature AEW favorite Jungle Boy. They will also be joined by AEW's Peter Avalon, indie star RJ City, and Ring of Honor talent Dalton Castle. The episode has recently been taped and will air sometime this summer. We likely won't have to wait long, as the new season has just started. Will you be checking out this episode of Family Feud? Let me know in the comments down below. And quickly before we continue, make sure you scroll down and hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos as we head towards 20,000 subscribers. But now you've done that, let's get on with the video. And finally, the most recent episode of Being the Elite has given us a big clue as to the future of the AEW World Championship, as Hangman Page had a vision of the future. On the show, the Dark Order was shown hanging out making a movie before Ten gave the group a special, let's say, medicine, which led to the various members going on their own trip. During Page's expedition, he is handed a bag before being presented with the AEW World Championship as angelic music played over the top. Many fans are suggesting that this is a huge clue as to the future of the Hangman, with many predicting that he will be the one to defeat now champion Kenny Omega when the time comes. This would be the most logical step for the title, and could the switch be coming soon? Of course, Omega and Hangman go a long way back in AEW, with their storyline having been a consistent thread throughout the promotion. Of course, AEW has the All Out event scheduled for early September, and so far there is no title match or challenger booked for the show. The tagline for All Out is "Where Champions Are Made," so this could be the perfect time for Page's story to come full circle. Page's first and only AEW World title opportunity came at the All Out event of 2019, where he lost to Chris Jericho in the main event, with Jericho becoming their first ever champion. We're now 2 years on from that moment, and Page is pretty close to the top of the AEW rankings, only behind current #1 contender Jungle Boy. Not only this, but Kenny Omega is working hurt right now and could be needing some time away to rest up. Are the dominoes set to fall for the belt collector, with Sami Callihan taking his Impact World title at Slammiversary, Andrade taking his AAA Mega title at Triple Mania, and finally Hangman Page taking the grandest prize in All Elite Wrestling at All Out in September? This seems to line up, as Slammiversary is in July, Triple Mania is in August, and All Out is in September. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. And speaking of the AEW World title, make sure you check out my Jon Moxley documentary, where I chronicle his entire AEW World Championship reign.